Well, it's 15 days ago, Tuesday, August the 11th, when Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren announced the conference was suspending football until 2021. Let's bring back our panel of experts, including Sean Callahan, who admits even a couple weeks later, it's still tough to believe that the Big Ten won't be playing football this fall.
You know, it hasn't sunk in yet. I think it's going to really start to sink in when you start seeing the ACC, the Big 12, and the SEC playing. And if those games get off cleanly and a college football playoff gets off cleanly and a Heisman Trophy ceremony gets off cleanly, that's going to really start to sting around, particularly the Big Ten. And, you know, you look at Ohio State, the AP included teams in their poll that aren't playing. And, you know, the Big Ten had a number of teams. Ohio State's number 2.
Yeah, 6 teams were ranked in that preseason top 25 by the AP that were Big Ten teams. Damon, what is your feeling knowing that you were once a student athlete? How would this strike you?
Yeah, it would be tough to deal with. Even, you know, I've tried to look at this from a parent. I've tried to look at this as a former player. I try to look at this as somebody that tries to stay educated and study statistics. And I would just welcome the opportunity to say yay or nay. You know, let me decide as the individual player. I know I had reserved the right to be able to opt out. I never really understood the rush.
Well, that's what Gary Bartz said in his news conference earlier in the week at the AD at Iowa, saying he didn't understand why they just didn't delay the decision. But given that, Matt Lothrop, Iowa had to cut 4 sports. Moving forward, how big of a decision is this for the Big Ten Conference as a whole?
I think that Iowa is just the first. I mean, you kind of look at the expenses of some of these sports, and a lot of people will look at a swimsuit and say, how could swimming cost that much money? But you start factoring in, you got to heat a pool, and you got to pay for scholarships, and you pay for travel. It's awful to see Iowa have to cut any, but I'm not sure that they're the last, you know, Power 5 school to have to cut sports just because of the financial burden of not having a full stadium on Saturdays.
Let me say that those tech swimsuits are very expensive. I know that firsthand. Sean, how damning is this for the Big Ten Conference?
It's going to be tough to recover. I mean, I think if you're Kevin Warren, you're hoping that these leagues don't finish out, and then all of a sudden you can play your season in January, February with the March Big Ten title game and possibly a Rose Bowl versus the Pac-12. But as it stands today, I mean, this is detrimental to recruiting. You're going to always have that over your head that you were the league that was willing to pull the plug when the others weren't.
Damon, what does 2021 look like then? Is it possible to play 2 football seasons in 1 calendar year?
I tell you what, something's got to give. And let's start first with the clerical issues, right? The amount of scholarships carried, the fiscal burden, and then what do you do with incoming early enrollees? Those are things that are just hard to reconcile. And if you're really talking wear and tear, I'm not so sure how interested I would be to play 21 games, potentially 8 and 13, let's say, if you get them in, or 14, maybe 22 in a calendar year. It seems daunting at best.
All right, fellas, let's wrap up with this. Give me best case scenario for Nebraska moving forward.
I would like to see Nebraska play 6 games in the spring and have it look like a JV game. Show me Jimmy Fritchie. Show me Jackson Hanna. Show me Logan Smothers. Don't have it count as a year of eligibility, but let's see what some of these underclassmen look like. I don't think in the spring we would see an Adrian Martinez or a Wandell Robinson. Save them for the fall. But I think people could get behind the spring. Let's see what some of these young guys can show.
I think the best scenario could be this. Maybe October 1, these other leagues play, and the presidents get together and say, look, we screwed up here. What are we doing? Let's think about this again. Okay, let's readjust. Let's try to come back in late October or early November and play through December and get 8 games in.
Damon, isn't it true? I mean, the Big Ten just doesn't go back on in my lifetime. I don't know how many times the Big Ten says, you know what, we made a mistake. We're going to do something differently. How can we expect that now?
Because I think a lot of times true greatness is birthed from the ability to be forthright and honest. And sometimes that means admitting that you've made a mistake. You've got saliva tests now that there's been validity given to those tests. You have new information coming out daily. If nothing else, and you truly wanted to save face, you could operate under the guise and simply say, hey, listen, new information has come out, which has changed our line of thinking. We went with what we thought then, but given the fluidity of this pandemic, we reserved a right to revisit it, thus changing our mind. I actually think that would be the more admirable and mature thing to do if numbers tend to trend the way that they're trending now.
All right, thank you, fellas. But as of now, the Big Ten and the Pac-12, they're pushing their seasons to 2021, while the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12 will play on this fall. And Iowa State's, by the way, their season opener September 12th against Louisiana at Jack Trice Stadium in Ames. All right, the wait is almost over for Thomas Fidone. Just about every major program in the country wanted him. You'll hear his decision live straight ahead. Plus, my conversation with Bill Moos. His hope to salvage the season in the spring, but he admits even that could get complicated.